Live from Gahanna, WGLH TV presents Lincoln Live with Keegan Billingham and Olivia Doyle. Lincoln Live starts now.
Good morning, Lincoln. I'm Keegan Billingham.
And I'm Olivia Doyle. We have no time to mess around and we have to get straight into the news.
Yes. Today we mean business.
Speaking of business, our Gahanna DECA chapter arrived home from Orlando yesterday afternoon after a massively successful trip to nationals.
4 teams placed in the top 10 in the international competition, including Jocelyn Baluman and Zhu Lin placing 7th in integrated marketing campaign services, Emily Marzetz, Lindsay Earnhardt, and Ali Kovacevic placing 6th in hospitality and tourism research.
Sophia Gustafson and Corinne Anderson placing 5th in buying and merchandising team decision making, and for the first time in history, competing in a second event, placing 2nd in the Unreal Amazon International PSA Challenge.
And finally, bringing it home was Drew Pizzico, Henry Colbert, Luke Murray, winning first place for business service operation research. We caught up with Drew to find out what it felt like to win first in the world. Here he is.
So me, Luke Murray, and Henry Colbert won the Business Research Operations event. You know, being up on that stage, very nerve-wracking, very nervous, but exciting at the same time. You know, you're waiting after that second place is called, see if you're first or 4th. And then we heard our names called, and it was like, wow, all that hard work paid off, everything we've done, and it was awesome.
Thanks, Drew. And again, congrats on being first in the world. The space engineering class recently did a big project. Students were put into groups and had to create a company and robots that would survive specific space missions. Then, give a presentation about their company and the design process of creating these machines. We spoke with one of the groups about the robot they built and what its mission was. Here they are.
So for Space Tech, we had to design a robot that was able to go on an asteroid off of Mars to collect rock samples.
This is the shovel, then, give me a minute, this is the claw, and it pretty much just is on the asteroid and it's collecting life on the asteroid and getting information.
So we kind of had to build a company with different job roles and design flaws that we had to get through, but we were able to successfully do it, and I don't know about everybody else, but we're pretty confident that we have the NASA contract.
Thanks. Our anatomy classes are getting a hands-on experience. Over the week, the students were able to test out each other's blood pressure. It was a little bit challenging for the students, but they eventually got the hang of it. It required them to look at the dial and be able to pump it fully with the test. We spoke with students Julia Ellerbrock and London Studer with their thoughts on the experiment and this hands-on activity.
Today we learned how to take a blood pressure reading, and we learned the importance of having a safe blood pressure and how to read that. It was a really fun experience.
Thanks. Mrs. Parrish's microbiology class is studying fungus, and the students are growing their own fungi so that they can compare the best methods for fungal growth. We stopped by her classroom to talk to a few students to find out what their favorite part of growing fungi is. Here they are.
So what I learned from this fungi project was all about the different kinds of fungi that we can see out in our nature, out in our daily walks that we see every day. And then my favorite part about the fungi project was planting and drilling the fungi into a log.
It was super fun to use like the power tools and like drill holes in the wood and then plant all the fungus and like get our hands ready for the class. And then we also got to go outside the next day and like look at them in the wild.
Thanks, guys. Hey, Liv, are you planning on going to the musical Newsies?
I'm actually going to get there an hour and a half beforehand to prepare for business.
Well, there's a part of the musical that is extremely important but doesn't always get the spotlight they deserve.
I totally agree, and our Katie Bailey has the story on that special group.
Here's Katie.
Our theater department is full of talented actors and actresses, an impressive build crew, and a special group of students who prioritize in playing the instrumental music for our spring musical Newsies, and that is the Pit Orchestra.
My favorite part about being in the pit is probably I like that it kind of combines like band and orchestra kids. It's a lot of people I don't normally get to like play music with, and the music is really fun to play, and it's a new challenge, and I really enjoy that.
This is music unlike anything I'm really used to in band or jazz band or anything like that. I get to use a lot of mutes that I normally wouldn't get to, and also play in a lot of different keys that I am not used to. So it's just a very different animal and something that I don't normally get to experience, and I enjoy that a lot.
While being in the pit is a great opportunity for these students, it does come with a lot of work and challenge.
I think the most challenging part about playing in a pit orchestra is coordinating everything with the vocalists and the actors, because it relies on a lot of communication and making sure that things are right through a lot of repetition.
Music is written for like Broadway musicians, so sometimes you have to like, I feel like part of the hardest part is deciding what to cut and what to just like work really hard on and like decide to keep in the music.
As Newsies is a world-renowned musical and story, the music behind it has something for all music lovers and something everyone should look forward to.
No, there's just a lot of, there's a lot of different genres. There's some rock beats, there's some more jazzy ragtime stuff, and then there's some slower ballads and like love songs as well. So just look forward to a lot of different genres of music and a lot of different sounds that you're gonna hear.
I think people should look forward to seeing how all the hard work that all the actors and musicians and the directors have put into this will turn out and create a great show.
So, with all the hard work these students have been putting into the pit, they are very excited for the show. Make sure to buy your tickets. This is Katie Bailey for Lincoln Live.
Thanks, Katie. And other news, another big opportunity to help out here in Gahanna is the first annual Walk in Our Boots 5K. It will be held this Saturday, April 29th from 8 a.m. to noon at the Gahanna Veterans Memorial Park. If you're interested, it will be $20 per runner or walker, and you can sign up at gahannavets.org/walkinourBoots5K. Hey Keegan, I'm getting the vibe there's someone pretty cool nearby.
I think you're right. My spidey senses are tingling of coolness, and our very own Gab Wild is here to report today.
Hey guys, looks like I missed the Men in Black memo, so sorry about that.
It's okay, Gabby. What else have you been up to?
Oh, you know, living the dream, telling jokes, petting puppies. It doesn't get much better than that.
I love it.
It really
What do you
doesn't.
have for us?
Yeah. Our boys' tennis team unfortunately suffered a tough loss at home against Thomas Worthington, 3-2. The wins for the Lions came at first singles from Brandon Carpico and the second doubles team of Isaac Banks and Eli Bradford. The boys are back in action tomorrow at the Elida Invitational. Good luck, boys. All athletes strive for excellence. Setting career goals allows athletes to push themselves. Varsity girls lacrosse captain Addie Haynes reached a huge career goal this season. We caught up with Addie after her practice to hear her excitement on this accomplishment and what her new goals are now. Here she is.
I'm over 100 goals right now, and that's super exciting. I've been trying to strive towards the total points record at the high school. Some other goals I have this season are just trying to get better as a team and really encourage everybody to go 100% all the time. We've really gotten better at that over the last couple times with everybody just going 100%, but the team's growing so much over these last couple games, and that's one of my big goals, just have everybody mesh together better and everybody work together and go 100% together.
Thanks, and congratulations, Addie. Moving gears from lacrosse to softball now, our girls softball team has been on a roll this season, undefeated in the OCC and 21-1 on the season. Their work ethic and talent are definitely huge factors to their winning ways. However, they also have one other factor that isn't commonly seen in sports. Our TJ Sweeney takes to the mound to get the inside scoop on the Gahanna softball team.
The Gahanna softball team is one of the strongest sports teams at Gahanna, year in and year out. The softball team is currently ranked 5th in all of Ohio. Their success can be attributed to many things, but one factor that is integral to their winning ways is their sister-like chemistry.
When I step out on the field, I'm like, oh, I need to be better than her, but I also need to push her to her best ability too.
Out there on the field, nothing else matters except our friendship, our way that we have each other's backs, and that's all really I can ask for. I could not have a better third baseman, a better sister on this team.
Maddie and Kieran Bailey are not the only set of softball sisters on the team. Gabby and Ella Estery, along with Abby and Ali Kovacevic, are also softball sisters. And the bond that creates is like nothing else.
Some days can be difficult because they're sisters. They like to bicker, argue about every little aspect. Especially the Esterys, they're really at each other's throats all the time. But I would say, like, on the field, they really come together and it's a different kind of gel that we have.
I feel like we know each other like the back of our hands, so having that like sisterly bond as well as that like pitcher and catcher bond, it's like really special.
I know we have pitching and catching is always nice because like I kind of know her as a pitcher, and I love just like playing with my sister.
The bond created as sisters is very special, but the bond created by softball sisters is even more special.
She gives me such a good person to look up to, and she can correct me when I need corrected instead of having to go find someone else.
Always that little like sisterly competition, so it's kind of like fun to have that competitiveness with my sister on the field, like always striving to be better than her.
It's always good to have some sisterly competition. However, that competition is coming to an end. Ella, Allie, and Kiernan are all going to play college ball after graduation. So now, they are passing off the bat to the younger sisters.
Teach our younger sisters the way that we play ball and the way that our philosophy is on this team. So in order to pass that down is amazing, and I could not have asked for a better Maddie Bailey on this team.
It's up to us now. We're going to be the upperclassmen that teach the next generations.
Although the older softball sisters are graduating, they want to leave a huge legacy here at Gahanna, and they have their eyes set on the prize. This is TJ Sweeney for Lincoln Live.
Well, that's all from me. Back to the boys at the news desk.
Thanks, Gabby.
Well, Lincoln, unfortunately, that's all we have for you today. It is me and Keegan's last time anchoring together, and it's a pleasure doing business with you.